Can we have an honest conversation about foam cannons and the Instagram, YouTube versus reality situation that's happening in the industry today? Everybody wants this thick Barbasol shaving cream-like foam on their car, and that's great. We're gonna show you how to get that dialed in today, but people go out and buy the best and the biggest foam cannon and the most expensive foam cannon, and it doesn't have to be so. What you're looking for is adjustability to dial it in to your specific settings, your specific soap, your specific water, your specific pressure washer. There's so many factors, and that's what we're gonna be talking about in today's video. I just picked up this F6 AR Blue Clean foam cannon, and we're gonna be talking about how that compares to these OG foam cannons and what the big differences are. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. We've got a lot more to come in this episode. Let's get to it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Detached Garage. We are getting super nerdy, and it is all about science today and all the different factors that go into the process of making amazing foam to foam your car down. So if you want to get those Instagram shots, you can, or if you want to get good quality foam that doesn't break the bank and ends up with half of your product on the ground, but still does a great job of lubricating the paint on your car so you don't scratch it, we'll show you how to do that too. But today we're talking about all the different factors that go into what makes a good foam cannon, what you should be looking for, and how to dial that foam in to your specific soap, and your specific water, and your specific pressure washer setup. There are so many factors, and that's what we're gonna be going through today. So, I recently picked up this AR F6 foam cannon. So we're gonna be doing an unboxing here, showing you what you all get with this foam cannon and why you should really consider this foam cannon. It has a very premium package, foam cut inserts and inlays. You've got the nozzle here itself, which actually has a dual. You can put either bottle size on this, the wide mouth or the narrow mouth, like this one is, the narrow mouth. Then you have you've got the little suction hose here with this all stainless steel ball on the end of it, and it's got the filter that's going to go on it as well. In the bottle, it also comes with, and it says this right on the box, it's pointed at you already, 3 different orifice sizes. This is the first step of dialing in your foam cannon, is realizing what orifice size you need to attach, to put in here, so you don't overload your pressure washer and you get the best foaming process possible. Understanding that is going to be key to your success with creating good foam. Now, this comes with a 1.5 nozzle installed because that is the, call it 2.3 gallons per minute, around 1,000 PSI recommended setting. So this 1.5 orifice already is installed in here right now. Then for those of you with a higher flow pressure washer, this 1.8 millimeter orifice is really built for this 3 gallons per minute plus flow rating. So it comes with this already. You just back those out and install those. I don't really need to do that since we already have the 1210 on the wall, and that's around 2.3 gallons per minute. So this is super easy to put together. Most people think that you can just do this, put your soap in, put this on, and go, which they've made it pretty easy, but there are so many more adjustment factors to think about. You can get the 90-degree turn of how the actual foam is going to come out with these blades. Then you can get the turn on how narrow or wide of a fan pattern you get. And then you've got the obvious adjustment up here where you can crank it all the way down to get the maximum venturi, so it's going to suck the maximum amount of soap out of the bottle. And with that ball on the inside, you can mix the soap in here already. Most of the foam cannons you're going to see today come with this wider base, so you can actually set them down even when they don't have liquid in them and they're not going to fall over. This F6 is a full stainless steel design. There is no brass in here. It is absolutely full stainless steel. Now, you can see my OG foam cannon with the brass is kind of tarnished and everything like that. This does not have a wide base, and so it is very tippy and tends to tip over if you don't place it just right. AR was kind enough to put labels on here. Yes, it's a black bottle, but you can see through this white area here exactly how much fluid you have in here. So what do you do if you've got your soap ready and your mixture ready and you're still getting bad foam? Well, you might need to check your actual water supply. We're on well water here, and I hooked our system up to our actual soft water system because hard water does not foam nearly as good as soft water. You need a water conditioning system to be able to help with your foam if you're not getting good foam. Even if you do have soft water, if you're high iron content, that might also be holding you back. For those of you that are on city water, this could go either way. You can get test strips for this, and I'll put some links to everything here in the description below. But those test strips might be critical to helping you get that shaving cream-like foam that you've always wanted. So now that we've got our F6 unboxed, we've gone through a bunch of the features of it, and we've got our multiple varieties of soaps here. Let's get some testing done on this thing with a few different varieties of soap. We'll talk through that as we go through, and also figure out how to help you dial your foam in if you're still having trouble even after all of the adjustments that this thing packs. All right, guys, welcome to a nice, cool evening outside. We've got the Tesla out, and we are doing two different soap comparisons here. We've got the Adams Car Shampoo, which is not a true snow foam, but it's a general purpose car wash soap. And then we've also got the Coke Chemi GSF Gentle Snow Foam that is meant for being a snow foam. Now, the big difference here is price per ounce. While this is about, 40% less costly than this, reading both of these, this is saying to use 20 milliliters versus this is saying to use 80 milliliters in your foam cannon. This even said up to 100 milliliters in your foam cannon. So going through 4 times as much soap, I don't care if you're gonna have to be 4 times less depending on what our results are on this snow foam here. But what I've done is I've got the 80 milliliters of snow foam, or the 80 milliliters of the Adams soap into this bucket here. Then I've got the Coke Chemi, I've got that in here. And then what I did is equal comparison here. This has the same 20 milliliters of the Adams Car Shampoo in this. So this is the same amount of soap. This soap versus this soap. We're gonna use the same F6 foam cannon for all of these bottles. Remember, it's got the different interchangeable bottle. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to start with the actual snow foam, what it's meant for. We'll stir it up with that ball in the bottom here, and we will get it ready. All right, so this is the Coke Chemi, this is the GSF, and we will see what we've got. Not that much snow foam here. All right, so let's do a quick switch here, and we are just going to go right into the Adams, and we will mix this up as well. This was pretty well mixed already. So we're gonna go into the Adams Car Shampoo. Get that mixed up. And we will see what the foam is like with the Adams Car Shampoo. All right. All right, Adams Car Shampoo. Got a little bit better. Not crazy good, but a little bit better. All right, let's get to the ultimate soap. Let's see how this does. I probably need to get this a little more fluid. Again, this is 80 milliliters of the stuff. So we will get this adjusted and see what we've got. All right, take this off. Bottle to bottle. Again, this won't go all the way down, but it will fit this bottle. And since I mixed it up, we should have plenty in here. All right, Adams, 80 milliliters recommended. Definitely more. Definitely more. So let's see if we can get this thing dialed in a little bit better. All right, so something I want to try, I've refilled this back up with 20 milliliters of the GSF, and I want to switch the pressure washer over to deionized water, just as a test to see if we can get even better snow foam, just to kind of show you guys, like, hey, if we do still have a little bit of hard water, since we're on the well, we do have a water softener, but if we do have a little bit of hard water, that deionizer will help take some of that out, and we could potentially even have better foam. So let's get that switched over real quick, and then we'll foam the car again. All right, let's give this a try. So much better foam. I think I might need to actually go check. So we've got much better foam. I might need to go check the actual salt content of my water softener, but this is what we were talking about. If you don't get good foam, you've still got a great pressure washer, you've got a great foam cannon, there might be something else going on. So be sure to go through all the systems, everything, before you just go out and spend money on another new foam cannon. You want the adjustability. This has the adjustability, all stainless steel. But I'm gonna get back to washing the car. We'll get it fully washed, everything, and then we'll get back in and wrap up with our final thoughts. So do you need one foam cannon, two, or possibly even more? It's really up to your preference. This thing is so versatile. It can be certainly a one-stop shop, or you can buy multiple bottles for this so you can pre-mix soap and keep using the same foam cannon. Be aware that if you are using a foam cannon for like a decon wash versus a maintenance wash, there can be some residual soap left in the tube and in that system, which is one of the reasons why people kind of dedicate their foam cannons to the soap. Now, after a few minutes of washing with it, you can get it rinsed out. Some people go 30 seconds to a minute on with the trigger to help run that out, basically run a full bottle of this out of just actual water to switch between a decon soap and an actual maintenance wash soap, or you can just get multiple foam cannons and dial in everything with these different adjustments. This is super easy to turn to get it dialed in, as well as the multiple functions that it has here. Now, to talk about the elephant in the room. Shaving cream looks great for Instagram and YouTube, but it really is a waste of product if you think about it. What is the purpose of the soap? Start lifting the dirt without you touching it, and also to provide lubrication for your mitt if you are touching the car. There's certainly touchless options that you can do, but if you think about it, the soap that's actually touching the actual surface of the paint, if you've got a thick layer of soap, all that soap that's out here is not even touching the paint and doing anything. It's just there and falling on the ground and kind of wasting you money. So once you realize that, and once you want to dial your soap in fairly accurately, then you can start playing with your different ratios based on your water, whether it's hard or soft water. You can always add more soap. You're going to go through more product, spend more money. But to dial that in correctly and get it adjusted and fine-tuned for what you want, that's where you're going to start playing with your soap ratios, really refining how many ounces or milliliters you're going to add per amount of water that's in your foam cannon. That's the real secret to unlocking this. Once you get conditioned water and adjustable foam cannon and get everything ready to go. I hope you enjoyed getting super nerdy on this episode. Again, I will have links to everything down in the description below. If you have any questions or want to call me an idiot for this video, please put those down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching Detached Garage, and I can't wait to show you what we've got on the next episode.